I've lost two friends. I know it's been a while, and I'm definitely not new here, as you will know if you've watched my videos before. I just have been on a bit of a break and a good one. Got a lot of things done and just felt like taking some time off. That's all. Today is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025, and this is Flosstube number 103. And if you're new here, I'm going to introduce myself again, just do a quick intro since I am really rusty right now at making videos. And I'll just let you know a little bit about myself. And I hope if you are new, you'll find something good here and that you will consider subscribing. My name is Kathy. I am originally from Indiana and have lived in Georgia for many years, north of Atlanta. And my husband and I have been married for almost 44 years. And we have one son and a daughter-in-law, and they live in North Carolina, which is great. And I have been stitching since the early 80s. I would say about 1980. And unless you want to count the embroidery and the stamp cross stitch I did as a child, and that would go way back. So I think that's when the interest was sparked. So like I said, I've been doing videos for quite a while. In fact, I just had my Flosstube anniversary, number 8, and that was on June 30th. So I thought, this is actually a really good time for me to come back and just show you what I've been doing these last almost 4 months. So I hope that you like what you see. There's kind of a lot, so get ready. Get something to drink. I've got some iced tea here, and I'm going to have a sip right now. Okay. So, like I said, I've gotten some things done in the last 4 months, and I will show you first I'm going to start with FFOs because that's big. And I think I showed this finish. I don't even know. Maybe I didn't even show this finish. Honey Fair by October House Stitchworks. It goes along with their other fair. There's a strawberry fair, which is something I would like to kit up and stitch. But I got this finished and I FFO'd it into a flat fold. There it is. Love this flat. I love flat folds. I think that's a cool way to finish something and you can store it flat. Had this cool fabric that I think went really well with the design. And the instructions for flat fold, you can find them on the Twisted Stitchers tutorials on YouTube. And also, I think probably still in her blog. It's Ivana Pfeiffer, and she shows you in great detail, wonderful detail, how to do this. So, this is this is a great way to finish things. I really enjoyed doing that. So, okay, so that was one. My next FFO it was a kit. It was a Chessie and Me kit. And I think I showed this to you previously when I actually finished the stitching on it. All I could find, I don't even know if I still have the chart, but when I looked this up, all it said was patriotic design for 2015. It was a kit. I got it like in a stash unload, and it came with all the fabric and the floss. It's silk floss, and this boat is over one, and it drove me crazy. I don't even focus in on it because there are so many problems with it. But the overall design is very pretty. And I love the flag, and the whole scene of it is really pretty. All I did was I had an old picture frame, and I just did that. The reason it has washi tape around it is because I used a different method for putting my backing on, and I didn't like it. It left the edges just look like they were ripped, and I'm not going to do that anymore. But I solved it by putting a little tape around it. This is just going to lean, and it's going to be just up for Independence Day, so it's fine. So that's that. I actually had 2 FFOs. Now, I also had 2 finishes. Finish number 1. Look, isn't it pretty? This is Robin Pickens Seasonal Courier, and it's Cardinals Winter. This is just stitched on a neutral even weave, 32 count. I used all the called for colors, and I think it turned out really well. This one I'll never forget. This is when I had the cast on. Well, this is the one I was stitching on. It was just a really nice straightforward stitch with not a lot of fussiness. And so even with the cast, I had no trouble stitching it. So there it is. That's one. Okay, now I'm going to put that over here. And the other finish I finished this one up during my stitch group meetup a couple months ago. And it's Forever in Peace by Sweet Wing Studio. Isn't that pretty? I used all the called for colors there. Just a pretty one. It would have been nice to have this all FFO'd because tomorrow is Independence Day, but why, I could put this out anytime, really. And it's so pretty. This is on 32 count Tropical Stitches fabric in the color Grazia. Isn't that pretty? I'll put it a little closer, and there it is. So, happily finished 2 things. That is, I'm so glad. Okay, now I'm going to show you whips, and there's one whip here that I want to, it's my little board, I'll put my board here. I want to show you this because, I didn't even take it out of the, I'm not going to take it out of the hoop. This is my current project. And I'll show you the picture of it. That's what I'll do. It's Life Tree by Rovaris. If you've been watching me a while, I've been working on this for quite a while. And look where I am. You can kind of tell what I have left. I just have left a little part right here that goes right there. And on this side, you can see it. It's this little section right here. Because this is symmetrical. I don't know. That's it. That's all I've got left. I am so happy. I'm not putting this down till it's done. I'm just going to work through it and finish it. I've already been shopping for frames. I'm going to frame it myself, but I'm going to order a custom frame and museum glass to put over it. So there it is. I'm stitching this 1/1 on 25 count Lugana. It's the color potato, but I made it a little darker with some tea. And the floss is, let me straighten this out a little bit. It's DMC 815. And I've been working on this for a while, and I'm going to get it done. So I'm kind of excited about that. Hopefully by the time I see you next. And I'm not going to wait for 4 months. By the time I see you next, I should have it done. Okay, next, I worked on I've been busy. You'll see quite a bit here. Been doing things. Ah, there it is. Rainbow Row. CW Designs. There it is. You'll see that I have this house done and this one almost done. And I'm going into here. I did a center start, so I'm working out this way. And then I'll pick it back up and work out this way. That's the plan. So I'm just I am happy with this. It is a big stitch. There's a lot. Oh, and I got some of the blue house done also. I'm doing page completion as I work on this. I don't have a whole lot left on that yellow house, but I'm doing everything. I'm doing all the back stitch. So the green house and the part of the blue house was the first page I finished, and all the back stitching is done on it. So I'm going with it. There it is. That's about as much full coverage as I do. And it is really full coverage. There are a lot of colors in this, and I like to show this because it's pretty amazing. These are all the colors that I am using for that. See? Yeah. It's a lot, but it's fun and it's pretty. And you know, when that's done, it's going to be a really beautiful thing to frame and hang up. All right, so I have all this in a basket so that I can pull it out easiest. I don't know. The next one, I worked on Blackbird Designs Wild Lilies. Got a little sunshine coming out. A truck just came and parked, and there's a reflection coming in, even though I have my blinds closed. And I'm doing this one on 28 count, which is a little different for me, but it's okay. And I'm just going to show you the part that I worked on, which I don't know why I have a needle minder and I have the needle just stuck in the fabric. There it is. I think I might have changed a color or two on this, and I'm using this. It's a linen. It's a 28 count linen, and it's real nice. It's a real nice linen to work with. And I think the color is called sand. I think this is called Quaker cloth. So I thought that was a good one for this design. I also worked on Mill Hill. It's a Laurel Burch pattern called Feline Friends. I had gotten a little discouraged with this previously because the one cat, the large cat, has so much black in it, and it's just a lot, and it doesn't have the coverage that I like. But as soon as I started working with other colors, everything started coming together and looking really good. So there he is. And yes, it does have beads. And this fabric is one I dyed myself. It is 32 count Jobelan. I think it's 32. It might be 28. I don't know. No, that's 32. And there it is. It's kind of, the fabric's kind of green and blue with a little yellow. It's a lot greener in person. That's fun. I also worked on Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais. And I worked on this one at my last stitch group. And there it is. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love this. Really enjoying stitching this. This one is being stitched on, I know I have it written down. I do. This is a color and cotton fabric. 32 count, limited edition 2016. It's really pretty. It's a real nice neutral, especially with all the bright red in it. I just really wanted something very neutral and solid. So once again, I've done some stitching on my first ever Biscorn that I picked the most complicated and stitch heavy design. Couldn't have done a simple one, no. But it's called Biscorn by Crochet A Go Go. And there it is. I'm getting there. Those bees are getting done. The other side has some daisies on it, but that's going to be real pretty, I think. And I'll see if I can make a Biscorn. I think I can. I think I will be able to. Up next. See, this is funny because what I do is I put, as soon as I'm done working on a project, for however many days I feel like working on it, I put it in this little basket, the whole project bag. And this is like the fullest it's been because I worked on so many different things. And this is Blue Ribbon Designs, and it's Bluebird Boarding House. This is a pretty one. This was a birthday start, I think. Not my last birthday, but the birthday before. And I'm not going real fast with it. I'm stitching this on some white Jobelin 32 count. There he is. Yep. So I just pick out things to work on if I don't have any kind of, if it's not for a gift or I don't have any kind of reason to get it done real quick. I just stitch what I feel like stitching. That's my normal pattern of stitching. And last whip, it seems like I've stitched more, but maybe not. I finally got the third house done on Frosty Forest. And it's these charts are Country Cottage Needleworks. And there it is. So the next one up is going to be one with little animals in it. And then I'll go on to the other four on the bottom. This is a real pale, and it's like a pearl gray Lugana 32 count. 32, yes. It's my normal go-to fabric is 32. So, okay. So that is what I've been working on during all these weeks of being missing from Flosstube. I am glad to be back, and I hope that, and if you're watching this, thank you for sticking with me because yeah, it's a long time to be gone, isn't it? But, it happens sometimes with other Flosstubers do that, and it's fine. Everybody just needs a little break once in a while. So I've gotten some new things. Let me see. I've gotten some really nice gifts in the last few months. And let me show you. It's like a real little collection of really nice things. The first one was from one of my viewers, one of my subscribers, Daniela, who won a giveaway of mine. And she was nice. I mean, you don't have to do this. If you get a giveaway, if you win a giveaway, you don't have to do this. but she did, and I appreciate it. Pretty card, beautiful card. And she sent me this little skein of really beautiful floss. It's CGT floss, cottage garden threads, duh. And it's it's so pretty. Chinese lantern. And it's an orange. This is a good fall floss. I mean, for all kinds of things fall. Isn't it pretty? So Daniela, thank you. I know I sent you a thank you note. A while back, a fellow Flosstuber, Sandy B. Stitcher, wanted to see if she could stitch on 25 count fabric. And so I sent her a little piece. And she started working on this chart. It is by Verbena, and it's called Family Quaker. Very pretty. Well, she started it and then decided that it wasn't for her. And that, you know what? There are a lot of things that aren't for me in the stitching world, and that's just personal choice. And the kind thing that she did was say, I'm not going to work on this. What if I sent the work I did along with the chart? You get your own floss. And I said, yeah, I can do that. So look at her beautiful start on Family Quaker by Verbena. And it's on a natural, it's like a natural color. It's a 25 count linen even weave. I don't know if I guess that would be linen. And it's really pretty. So she started doing the 1/1, and I said I would be glad to take it over. So I have not put any stitches in it yet, but I do plan to, because it is a pretty chart and I do like it. So thank you, Sandy. And Sandy also sent me some gridded 25 count fabric, which is very nice and very thoughtful of her. So my friend Gina from my stitch group said, hey, do you want this chart? And I said, yes, please. Isn't that pretty? Primrose Cottage stitches, and it's Winter Forest. It's a little drum or not. Yeah, that's not showing you anything. There it is on the back. There we go. So thank you to Gina for that. One of the things that we did in the last couple months, we took a little trip to Kentucky, and we met our son and daughter-in-law there. They drove in from doing their thing, and we drove in and we met up in Lexington, and we did a bourbon trail tour. Now, I'm not a big bourbon drinker, but my husband likes it, my son likes it, and we said, let's just go and see what it's all about. And it was really interesting. You don't really even have to like it to appreciate what they do and what goes into making these spirits. We did some tastings, which was a lot of fun, and we did a couple of tours, distillery tours, which was very interesting. Our son is like a chemical engineer, and you could tell that he's just soaking all this in, because this is all, it's like chemical engineering and chemistry going on in these places. So it was really interesting. We had some really good food. Had just a really, really nice time. And just, got to spend a few days with them, just doing some fun things. And the one part about it, the end part about it, is I got to meet a fellow Flosstuber. So what we did was we started off in Lexington, went up to Louisville, went back to Lexington. That's how this, I'm sorry, my glasses are falling down. I keep doing this and I shouldn't do that. But so we ended up we knew we were gonna end up last day in Lexington, and I got a hold of Jacque at Cross My Stitches, and we decided to meet up at a new cross stitch store in Lexington, Kentucky, called Stitch Therapy. It's a really nice store, very friendly owner. She's got lots of things in there, lots of charts, and fabric selection was great. It was just so much fun. We had a really good time. And afterwards, we went out to dinner. It was my husband and I, and her husband Randy, and it was so nice to be able to meet her in person. We'd been communicating and sending each other things for, I would say, years, several years. And we just had a really nice time. And Jacque made me something. And I'll zip it back up to show you. Look at this project bag. It's so nice when somebody makes something for you. It's beautiful. The fabric is so beautiful. She said it was Blackbird fabrics. Oh, look. And then inside was, let me get this out. Oh, hold on. She made me a birthday card. Because my birthday was in late April. And then she gave me this Erica Michaels Birdsong Berries chart and everything to make it. This is, I think what I'm going to do is start this, and this will be my project bag for it. Isn't that pretty? Can't wait. And also she sent me she sent me some little strawberry tops wool felt, and another beautiful card, and she sent me also, this is really pretty, it's with a needle and thread, Souvenirs of the Heart. This is Home for Christmas. Pretty. And one more. This is one that this is what I should probably stitch, because tomorrow is July 4th. And this is Teresa Gogut's Miss Liberty. Isn't that pretty? So I just thank you, Jacque. This was beautiful, and we had such a nice time meeting up with Jacque and her husband, and we hope to do it again. So all in all, it was a good trip. We had a really nice time. It was just a lot of driving, and that was fine. And so it was just very, very nice. I also at Stitch Therapy, I just said, well, you're at a stitch store, right? And haven't been the one in a year. I hadn't at that point, hadn't been in any cross stitch store in a year. So I picked up Little Dove Designs Robin Redbreast, because he's too cute, and how could I not? Got that. And I got Samplers and Primitives Patriotic Bouquet. Isn't that pretty? I'll show you close up. And another Teresa Kogut, and that's Volgar Garden, which I thought was really beautiful. And I do like it on black, but I think it could also be pretty on a lighter color, because I don't know if I want to do black. Not that I haven't before, but I have plenty of time to decide that. I also got Primrose Cottage summer and winter Quakers, the little squares. I just don't have those with me right now. But I got some floss for them that I do have. So for the winter, I'm going to use Gentle Arts Midnight. So I bought 2 of those. Put that over here. And for the summer, I bought 2 of Weeks Dye Works Saffron. For whenever I decide to do that. So other things that I bought, I will show you this real quick here. I really like this. This is from Hands On Designs. It's You Have My Heart. You've probably seen people stitching this. I got the pattern that I sent away for the kit, and it has like the little heart in it, so I can do the finishing with that. Which is really nice. And I did, I don't know if I showed this before. Yeah, I always say I'm not stitching any more Christmas because I have a ton of Christmas. Besides all the other Christmas decorations I have a lot of things that I've stitched for Christmas. But when I saw this, I just had to get it, and I got the threads to go with it. I ordered from Kitten Stitcher, and this is Joy. And it's her, it was her 2025 Nashville exclusive. It's just beautiful. So I did get the threads to go with it. You can see I did a little bit of shopping, but that's not all, because the good news, we didn't, for the longest time, we didn't have any cross stitch stores in Georgia at all, and one opened. It's Cabin Cross Stitch, and it's in Hiawassee, Georgia. If you are anywhere near there, you need to go. It is a great store. Okay, it's not hop, skip, and a jump for me. I mean, it can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on your route. And, if you want to go through twisty turny, you might get there a little quick. If you want to go the long way, which I took, it would take about 2 hours. But I went with Sheila, my sister, and our friend Janet, and it just made for a really fun car ride. We just chatted all the way there and all the way back. It was just so much fun. But this store is really nice. It's so well stocked. Owner is so friendly and just a wonderful person. And we had such a good time that day. And I picked up a chart I've been really wanting, and it's Cocoa Quilt, Primrose Cottage. I've been really wanting this. And when I saw it, I said, whoop, getting that one. And then I got Pumpkin Fair. We were just talking about the fair. Remember I did the honey fair. And so I got Pumpkin Fair, and I bought some floss for it that I know I don't have. I got Daylily and Peach Weeks Dye Works to go. Those are 2 colors that go in here, and I know I don't have them. So got those. I also got some Floss Away bags. That's my storage of choice for overdye threads. As you might or might not know, I got a beautiful needle minder, Splurge, Avalea embroidery, folk embroidery, she does beautiful things, and I thought that was the prettiest needle minder, so I got that. And one last thing I got was some Belfast Linen, and this is 32 count flax. I love this kind of fabric, and I've been looking for this in a 32 count. And so there's that. I got that. Yes, I'm very happy with that. had a great day. Afterwards, we had some barbecue at a really good restaurant in Hiawassee, and just had a real fun day together. So that is it. That's what I've got for you today. Just I have been working on things, as you can see. Um, Other than that, I mean, I'm getting together with my stitch group that I started. I started in the county, and we get together every month, and it's called the Forsyth County Stitchers. And if you are in the area of North Georgia, or and you want to drive, even if you are a little farther out, I think one of our farthest people comes from Rome, Georgia. So that's a ways away. She has family here near us, so that helps. But I mean, we have people that come from Atlanta and from other counties. You don't have to live in our county. All you gotta do is join the group and show us that you're gonna come to the event. Sign up. So I'm gonna put the link. It's a Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, and if you're not, you can let me know, and we can sign you up another way, and that'll be fine. But we meet once a month. Try to not the second Saturday, usually not the first Saturday. It's either like the third or fourth Saturday of the month. I've been trying to do all Saturdays because more people can come. Once in a while, we have to do a weekday, and that's fine too. We met at one of our members lives in it's a more of like a retirement community, and it's really nice, and they have a room, a community room that is seldom used on Saturdays. They use it mostly during the week, and she said, I'll check with them, make sure, but we can meet there. And we did this for July, June, and it worked out really well. We had a really good turnout. We had 17 people, which was so much fun. And we usually do a little drawing if people donate charts and different things, and we do a little drawing, and it's just fun. It's just a fun day to get together and stitch. So if you're interested in that, let me know, or go to, and I'll put the Facebook link to Forsyth County Stitchers if you're in the area, if you're in the North Georgia area, and you were a little further out, you don't mind driving. We usually meet for about 4.5 hours on a Saturday afternoon. So, okay. Other than that, I'm gonna finishing that life tree. When I come back and see you next, it will be done. So, boy, that's a big statement, but I have so little to go. If I just sit and stitch in the evening for watching Braves baseball, I'll stitch, or some weird thing on Netflix, I will do some stitching, and I'm gonna get it done. I watch and see. So, anything else? I don't think there is anything else. I have a lot of things to put away and to organize, and that can be done anytime. But so tomorrow, like I said, is Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to you. I will see you hopefully before July's done, or around August 1st. And I hope that you found something that you liked in this video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. And leave comments. I love comments. I'll get back to doing some giveaways starting next time. And we'll see you then. We'll see you in a few weeks. 3 or 4? Not 4 months. Okay. All right. Bye.